morning and welcome to my April vlog. Day 2 of my hair. I think some people can get like 7 decent hair days. I can get 1. Actually, you know what? I can't even get that. I just don't have great hair. If you are looking for a dry shampoo, this one from Batiste, now hear me out because I know Batiste is a normal pick, but this is the Batiste Naturally shampoo. I kind of mix it. Sometimes I just use this, but it's a little bit more expensive, so I kind of use a bit of both. But it's really good at adding a bit of volume. Sorry, I just need to rub that all in. I'm just going to apply a little bit of makeup. But today it's supposed to be 21 degrees in London, which is close to the sweet spot of temperature. I think the sweet spot in London is probably, for me, I know lots of people would say 21. I think even Michael might say 21. I'm going to say it's 24 is the sweet spot. Actually, you know what? It might be 21. It really might be 21. It is Friday, so great. It's supposed to be beautiful weather for, I think, like another 10 days, which just feeds my soul. Half term starts today and basically all my cousins work in a school. Then I have cousins that are still in school. So everyone's kind of off from today and Michael should be home by 1 o'clock because it's a half day. Oh, sorry, and Michael also works at school. This is the Sculpted by Amy Hydra Tint. I don't have a mirror, which was a choice. Hold on. I need to get a new mirror because you can always see exactly what is going on around me because it's double-sided. I am gonna brush my hair again. But yeah, so this is just, if you want an everyday base, I would really highly recommend that. So that's just what that looks like. So it just looks a little bit more uniform. I have quite dry skin and I find this, I just find this really like lovely and natural. Sorry, I will stop faffing with my hair. If I'm gonna add one final thing, is that I slept so well because the night before last I slept abysmally, and so luckily what ends up happening, well, typically is that I end up sleeping very well the night after. So I did sleep quite well. But I'm just gonna put on a little bit of concealer. Don't always wear makeup, but I feel like I should because I just feel like I'm a little bit more put together. I have friends with kids that wear makeup every single day, and that blows my mind. As in, like, if they're not even leaving the house, they still wear makeup. Good for them, but that is just not me. And then I'm not really sure why I started today's vlog, the vlog today, because I actually don't really have any plans for today. I'm gonna try to do more work around half term, so I do slightly less during half term. I wouldn't say no work, but definitely less. So then it gives me the opportunity to like hang out with, for example, my cousin who who's like 10, and maybe do something fun with her. I get to go on like lunchtime walks with Mike, those sort of things. Kind of work-based days, but more fun work-based days. I definitely central London this half term. Maybe I'll take a trip to IKEA because I want to organise my bookshelf. For me personally, during half term, I also really want to organise the house. So tidy my shed, because I don't know about you guys, but my shed in winter honestly goes to shit. Partly because, and I'm going to blame Mike, I know he's not going to like this, partly because he's the one that puts things away in the shed in the winter. Great, love that. But he just kind of opens the shed door and puts it down and then leaves. And even he said, oh gosh, like that shed really needs to be organised. Just a very natural makeup for a work day. And this is expensive. I feel like it's so expensive, I wouldn't recommend it. There's definitely other things you can get, but this is a Tata Harper like lip balm in the colour Juicy. It's just like a really sheer pink, but I feel like it adds a good amount of colour to my face. But I have been working so much from the garden this week because I can. I wear a cap and I sit outside on our bench and I take my laptop with me, and because I'm wearing a cap I can see my screen, take my headphones, and I do work from there. But we have got new neighbours and they use their garden a lot as well. Totally within their right, I'm not moaning about that. But it's just a little bit awkward because with my old neighbours I have quite a good relationship with them, and he was elderly, he passed. I've spoken about my neighbours before. It's just gone 11:30, so I'm going to sit outside for a bit, do a bit of work, and maybe check in later, or maybe just later in the week. I'm really not sure. Excuse the mess, it's Friday. It's like, we need to tidy. But excuse my washing machine. I had to show you my new flowers because they are just beautiful. I got them like half-heartedly in a vase, so I'm going to put them in now. I just feel like I don't quite have a vase that's good for them because I feel like it has to be like quite narrow. So at the moment they're in my gluggle. I don't know if that's ideal, but I think they are going to go in there. They kind of go with the gluggle anyway, but I just think they are the most beautiful flowers I've had in ages. It's like one rose, and then I really like these really like yellow balls. Apparently they dry quite nicely. I've only got 2, so I feel like it might be a bit of an awkward number to keep. I kind of want to keep everything in the exact shape that they're in. And there we go. I think those are very lovely. These here are a little bit dead, but I think they look just about okay still. Maybe this. Oh, and there's a snail just there. Good morning. I'm just babe, I'm just recording. Oh, sorry. Could you not sing? I'm just getting ready to go out. We are off to Luton very randomly. Mike has a final. I don't generally go to watch Michael play football. I find it a bit stressful and it's not really how I want to spend my Sunday mornings. So I would say I have been 3 times in my life and we've been together a very long time. Are you laughing? Yeah. Why? You never say how long we've been together. Going today. And we're going to try and make a bit of a nice morning out of it. It's almost 10. To be honest, Mike has to be there at 12:30, so we don't have tons and tons of time. Put on my Prada perfume, almost coming to an end. But if you want a fragrance that you'll always get compliments on, I really think this is the one to go for. I really like it. A little bit chilly, so I'm going to just wear my little denim jacket, denim black shirt. I feel like I wear this so much. One of my cousins asked me, do I wear anything else? What called?
Stockdale? Something.
Stockwood, maybe Discovery Garden, something like that. But it's just a lovely day, so I'm just taking a little seat. Okay, so we're just wrapping up here at do you remember what it's called? Stockwood. Something like that. Stockwood Park, Luton, and 10 out of 10 would recommend. Maybe because it's a really sunny day, but yeah, we're only here for like an hour, but it is lovely. Now Mike's gonna go and what are you gonna go do for an hour and a half beforehand?
Warm up, get changed.
And I think I'm gonna go
team talk.
Oh, sorry. You're giving the team talk.
I'm not giving the team talk, but
I'm going to go maybe to Gale's, although I think the coffee I just had is caffeinated.
They definitely said to me, this is the decaf one, and I kept it separate for you.
Okay. And I might, I don't know. There's one charity shop open, so I'm going to pop into there. And I might just find somewhere to read my book, to be completely honest, like a nice park bench somewhere. So Mike's at, pre-football, I don't know what to call it. I'm in Harpington Town. This is a really lovely town. I think it helps that the sun is shining. But I'm going to go join him in a second. Or not join him because he's going to be playing. But I've got to make sure to get a drink and hopefully use the loo. I'm not sure they'll have a loo. I think so. It is Thursday. It has been a long week despite it being half term. I'm a little bit sick. I actually think it's just hay fever, but really bad hay fever. Every time I say that to someone, they ask me do you take a tablet every day? I'm like, yes, I take a tablet every single day. An SPF setting spray. This is the Hydrating Glow Mist from Naked Sundays. I think we have to start using nasal sprays as well. And I find nasal sprays do really work well, but I haven't really, I need to reclip this. I haven't really started using them properly, but last time we popped into the supermarket, I picked up quite a lot of fruit to juice. So I think I'm just gonna make myself a juice this morning. I'm gonna try and make enough that lasts a couple of, maybe, I don't know, about a couple of days. But I'm gonna make a fair amount of juice, is what I'm saying. I just really fancy some. Hopefully that will make me feel a little bit better. So I've had this juice honestly for the longest time, maybe 8 years. Stopped using it completely for years, and I actually had it in my shed for ages. I basically decided either I use it or I have to just get rid of it. First up, I'm gonna start with ginger. No idea how much juice this is going to produce, but let's find out. Really not the most amount of ginger. That might not even be enough for one shot, but I'm assuming you dilute it slightly, so maybe I'll just do one more of these. Okay, so I've got this much. Honestly, very little, but still enough, I guess, for 2 shots. If you've not had a ginger shot, I know most people have, but I know not everyone has. They are insane. Have you had a ginger shot before? You are not gonna like this.
Just down it. Like a shot.
Yeah.
No, not doing that.
Oh my gosh.
Why is it burning? What's this supposed to do?
It's just supposed to be good for you. It's so spicy.
It's burning my throat.
Whew. Should we dilute it? Oh, that was so spicy. I don't think I'm gonna make this a regular thing. I don't think either of us enjoyed that. Do you think that's fair? Not bad in a juice, like a little bit of ginger. I'm gonna now make just like an orange juice with carrots.
I need some food after that.
Yeah.
That was disgusting.
And apparently we have dinner at lunch soon too. I know juices aren't super healthy just because of the amount of sugar. And honestly, this might not even be that tasty. So if it's not that tasty, it's definitely not worth me keeping this machine. But I don't know if it's because it's not cold. But this has just got a tangerine, 2 oranges, 2 carrots, and maybe a tiny bit left over that ginger and lemon from before. Maybe it's just a little leftover ginger and lemon that's not making this great. And also I feel like it's the bitterness because I put in the skin, but obviously you've got to put in the skin. I'm a bit unsure about this. It's gonna go in the fridge, maybe a little bit later. It'll be nice. Yes, I'm really unsure if that juice was worth the time. It's in the fridge, cooling. But I received this little package from Swede, a brand I've heard a fair amount of people talk about, but I've never tried. I think the reason I've had people talk about it is because of mascara. But I was sent 4 products from them. What was a bit of, I don't know what that is. Oh, I think it's a bit of carrot on my camera. I got the Pro Eyelash Serum, the Cloud Mascara, which is what I've heard lots of people talk about. Even if I show you that, you may have seen that before. It's really difficult. I have a lot of mascaras, like new mascaras that I've just started, and so I feel like it's not really worth trying this, but equally it's kind of useful to try sooner rather than later. And then also the Pro Lash Lift Mascara, and then this is an eyeliner. I kind of need a new eyeliner. Clearly I have very like dark features and very fair skin. I honestly think mascara makes the biggest difference to my skin, to my like appearance, and a bit of liner always helps as well. At some point today, maybe soon because we are having people over like late afternoon, I would also like to tidy this bookshelf just because I'm doing quite a lot of reading at the moment, and so I just feel like I'm going to try and keep it to about 6 books a month, which is quite a lot, but it feels doable as well. And so I feel like I would like a little bit more bookshelf space just so my book collection kind of can grow a little bit. I mean, I am reading, and I don't want to talk about this too much because at the end of the month I will kind of do a roundup of what I've read. But this month I've read Maybe You Should Talk to Someone by Laurie Gottlieb, and so far I'm really enjoying it. I'm only like 50 pages in, but it's very good. I also just finished The Wake Up Call by Beth O'Leary. I've read quite a few Beth O'Leary books. It was good. It was like at the beginning I don't think I was enjoying it that much. I was a bit nervous that I would abandon ship. It was a bit predictable at the beginning, but then the end kind of, I don't know, it kind of took a good turn. I enjoyed it, but just a 4 out of 5 read, maybe a 3.5 to a 4 out of 5. I was actually saying this to Mike on our walk this morning. So I really want to read a mix of books, not only fiction, but also sometimes I want to read non-fiction, sometimes I want to read like really light books, sometimes I want to read like heavier books. This I think I will learn stuff from. I'm just gonna quickly 8-hour cream my lips. This I have been loving more than ever recently, and my skin has been so dry recently. My hand cream of choice is also the Bare Hands by Margaret Dabbs conditioning cream. I think one of the big issues that I've been in the kitchen, I wash my hands with washing up liquid, would not recommend. The verdict on the juice was
Absolutely disgusting.
Absolutely disgusting. We don't know if it's because the skin is going in with the oranges, or huh?
It does taste like
yeah, it does taste like that. We don't know, but basically not great. So maybe I'll try again, but we'll see. It's just about warm enough, I think, to kind of sit out here. I am wearing a jumper and a thermal, but honestly it's too hot. But let me show you my tulips, because I planted them last year. My family that helped me plant them said that I planted too many, but now I'm very happy with them, and I would have planted more, to be honest. I'm gonna definitely plant more in like November time. Excuse my grass, but that's what my tulips look like. Very happy with them. There's some more over here. My hydrangea's coming up, but to be honest the rest of my garden kind of needs some work. And you can also see the shadow of the plastic pergola. I'm not even going to show you that because that desperately needs to be replaced. It's very gross, but here we go. This is all of them. Very, very happy with them. And even sorry, I washed my Hoover yesterday, my shark Hoover. This is my little olive tree. I just got a couple of tulips in the bottom as well. The garden does need a little bit of TLC. And also, I need to go to the dump because at the bottom of the garden, like everything we cleared out from the shed yesterday, is just hanging out at the bottom of the garden. But that is not a task for today. I feel like I have to get rid of this jumper. Do you ever buy something and you're like, well, this wasn't what I envisioned, and this just wasn't what I envisioned? It's just so like boxy, but it's like too long. I think maybe I should have got a smaller size. I think this might be a large, and I feel like maybe I should have got the medium. No, this is the medium. I don't know. I just don't love it. I'm very tempted to do my shelves now, but actually, I know I probably shouldn't. I should probably do that another day now. Good morning. It is Tuesday, right? Yeah, it's Tuesday. This half term has flown by. Oh, sorry. This Easter break has flown by. We are quickly popping to B&Q because I need a couple of plants and we don't really have any other days to kind of go, so we're taking our little lunch break to go to B&Q because I'm very aware that we don't want to go over the long bank holiday weekend, because we drove past a garden centre a couple of days ago and it was so incredibly busy. There was like queues outside, so I just feel like it's best to avoid it then. It is raining though. It's the first day we've had rain in like 10 days, is that right? Do you think? I know exactly what I want. Fingers crossed B&Q has it. I've planted out all of the plants that we bought. Or maybe you should move because of the lighting to here. Is that better? Hopefully. And I'm now just going to apply a little tiny bit of makeup. I can't really show you too much of the plants that I planted just because it's around the front of my house. And I try not to put too much of the front of my house online. All I've applied so far is these two concealers, Hourglass and Sculpted. I just blend these two together and then I push them into a brush. And the reason I push them into a brush is so that it's like not too cakey. I feel like it doesn't look like I've really got any makeup on. And I run it under my eyes, around my nose, and then a tiny bit onto my cheeks, basically, and around my nose. Did I say that already? Maybe. Just anywhere where I'm a little bit red. Actually, I feel like this vlog might be quite makeup heavy. I'm really unsure. I have got some new makeup bits to try, but they're mascaras. And honestly, I don't want to start another mascara because I just feel like I've got quite a few on the go at the moment. So although I want to tell you about them, I'm going to hang fire. Is that the saying? I think it might be. But when it comes to at-home makeup, my favourite thing is a concealer, no foundation, a lip liner, no lipstick, maybe a lip balm, which is what I've got on now, and then a little bit of mascara. Because I think I said this earlier in the video. I find that like different people's faces really need different things. My face really needs mascara. I'm actually not going upstairs. I'm going to go with this. This is the number 7 Lash Impact Ultra Mascara. This is finished. I think after this application, I'm going to put this in my empties for my next video because I have a lot of other mascaras on the go. I've had this for a while and I can just feel that it's finished. It's quite a nice mascara, not my favourite ever. Time for me to organise my bookshelf. I haven't been overly productive today. I do find sometimes half terms really hard. Sorry, half terms and school breaks very tricky. I'm just like out of my regular routine, which is a bit annoying. I probably should have filmed some outfits today. I didn't. So instead I'm going to organise my bookshelf. It's not overly unorganised. There are some bits like this is just rubbish. I'm really enjoying this though, by the way. I'm using this E45 Face Daily Protect. It's not focusing. There we go. Really enjoying that. It just needs a little bit of a rejig rather than a huge reorganise. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a shelf from in there and put it there for now. Okay, this is now a mess. So hopefully at some point we get to go to IKEA. But I'm going to just remove these. So, oh yeah, that's easy enough. I thought it was going to be a bit difficult because I do actually need that shelf. Now, to kind of find where this shelf goes. I'm very much going to try to not unorganise as I go, essentially. And I'm not touching those books up top because those are hardbacks. And this shelf isn't actually movable. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can. This shelf isn't movable because this is an extension that you buy for the Billy bookcase. this is kind of my only option. The difference isn't huge, but I'm going to put my books back and I'll see. It hasn't taken me that long to kind of take them off, so like, if I want to put them back, it's not the end of the world. I also think I'm going to start bringing them to the edge, because that means you don't see these like white dots, which I think look not that great really. Maybe not all the way to the edge, but I'm going to start at the edge and then kind of make my way back. Also, slightly smaller books can go on those top two, like this shelf and this shelf. Do I even have enough books to fill an extra shelf? Probably not, to be completely honest. I've had to rejiggle. It's so annoying that like this book is just a little bit too tall for here. It's a bit, I think it's an American copy of a book. Well, it's just like not a standard size. I hate when books aren't standard size. Oh, it's very frustrating. Like, what can you use in the world? I also think this looks so much messier than when it had less books. So we'll see. The reason why it goes back into my shelf straight away is a little bit because I was unsure if I would like how it looked. Another book that is too tall. And this one as well. Love that. So this is what this looks like now. Obviously, I've got a huge sort of space that has no books in it, but that's just a great excuse to buy a few more books. And this isn't ideal, like the bottom part, but work in progress. I also don't really like them this far forward. I think it looks oddly a bit messier, but like when they're all the way back, I just feel like you can't really see them as well because the shelves are so much closer together. So I think for now, this is going to be what I keep. And yeah, hopefully maybe over the next couple of weeks I'll kind of try and fill this. I don't want to fill it for the sake of it though. Like, I want it to fill it with just books that I genuinely really want to read. So maybe it's going to take me a couple of months. I've got a couple of books on my desk. Actually, only this one's one that will have to go on the bookshelf because these two aren't mine. Because I read these this month, I want to keep them out for my video. We are off out. I'll quickly show you what I'm wearing, but please excuse the mess that is my office. I finally found these trousers. I had been looking for them like for days. They were still in my winter kind of clothes. I basically piled my Christmas clothes over them in a storage box, but I found that these are Primark. I don't really shop at Primark, but my mum gave me these last year and I really like them. That said, I might pop back into Primark. I kind of just need a couple of new bits. I'm really struggling to find them, and I feel like I can probably find them at Primark. This is a very like plain outfit, but honestly I just really wanted to wear this today. They're just like comfy and stretchy and I really like them. So back home now. Moco was excellent. Full disclosure, my tickets were gifted. I think it's worth the £17 because you get to see some really incredible artists. Damien Hirst, Murakami, Andy Warhol, Banksy, Tracy Emin. Who else? There's kind of probably the more memorable ones. Oh, lovely day. So did I call it Moco? Moco? I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Picked up 3 postcards. I thought I'd quickly show you them. These were really affordable. They were 3 for £12, and I might pop some of them in a frame because I do want some more art kind of up in my office. So this is actually not my favourite. This is from Robbie Williams, of all people. Like the Robbie Williams, the singer Robbie Williams. This says, "If you don't love me, then neither do I." There were much cuter ones there, like actual art print, actual artworks, but that's the only one that has a postcard. This was not there, but this is Hayden Keys, and she had some really cute ones, but this said, "The trouble with love is that it lasts forever," and I thought that was nice. I also really like the pink because it's probably going in my office, and so it kind of works for my office. And then I got this Keith Haring one as well, which I think is nice. I'm not sure where this is going to go. A couple of frames that need to go up. I actually don't like this print, so that's not going up. I threw my Kindle group, and then we went out for lunch, and I really enjoyed lunch as well. It was very filling and delicious. Actually, you know what? I'm looking at my little flyer. There were some other cool bits downstairs as well, not just the artists that I mentioned. There were some artists that I'd never heard of. I'm definitely not like super in the know about artists. Oh, but there was loads of Jeff Koons, but also Anthony James had some really cool bits downstairs. There's a lot of like AI stuff downstairs. Yeah, overall really worth it, really interesting. I know there's a few of these around the world. I've only ever been to the London one. Whilst I was out, I thought I called one of my cousins. I was like, "Do you want to go to a couple of charity shops with me?" Because I just need a couple of new books to fill up my bookcase. But I still want to be picky about what I buy. I picked up 3 books, probably from my bookcase, but maybe not. Actually, one of them definitely isn't. I picked up one from my mum in Portuguese. Like, I am fluent in Portuguese. I could read I could read the words that are in this book. And I would know what like most of them mean. There's a word, the second word on this page. I don't know what that means. But no, like the bulk of the words here, I would know what they mean. I'd say like, I would probably know what like 95% of the words in this book mean, maybe 99. Like, I am fluent in Portuguese. However, reading a book in another language, I just don't understand how people do it. Like, I know there are a lot of like Portuguese people that I follow online who read books in English. And let me tell you, I could never, like, I just could not, would not be able to do it. But then I picked up 2 books for myself. So these were £2 each, I think. No, £1.50 and £2 because one of them had been out for a long time, so it was on offer. Anyway, I've wanted to read both of these for a while. I bought Shuggy Bane by Douglas Stewart. He wrote another really iconic book. I can't remember what it's called. Maybe I'll insert the cover here, which I really want to read, but I found this one, so I picked this up. This is a chunky one. It doesn't even look that chunky, but the font is quite small, and I checked how long it's on audiobook, and it's 18 hours, which is really long. And then I also bought May Flies by Andrew O'Hagan. Again, I feel like these might be like quite similar in vibe, but much shorter, and really looking forward to reading both. So it is Bank Holiday Friday. I have gone to get a pedicure. Just looking for a tripod. I've gone to get a pedicure with my cousin, which was fun. Although she didn't get a pedicure, I got a pedicure. I didn't get my nails done, which controversial. I think I said that numerous times now. Just not enjoying getting my nails done. I just like don't enjoy having to go, and so short and plain is working for me. I'm gonna do a bit of baking later. It's like not early at all. It's probably like 4 o'clock. I bought some like plants. I showed you a few days ago. I bought some plants, and they're just like sitting on my table outside of my garden, and before they die I need to plant them up. So that's the first task. These are my hanging baskets, and the birds have eaten all the stuff around it, so I'm gonna just replant those up. How much do you love gardening?
So much.
What are you planting?
Lettuce. That's what we're gonna eat.
We eat lettuce all the time.
Are we gonna eat this one?
Of course.
Or the slug's gonna eat them first?
No, we've never had lettuce are always off the ground, so slugs never get them. Okay, so we are off to Waitrose to look for some wild garlic because it's wild garlic season. I'm like too scared to go foraging for it because I know there's something that looks very similar to wild garlic that is poisonous, so that terrifies me. Mike's coming with me.
Hello.
A bit reluctantly, I would say, because
Better things to do than look for wild garlic.
But coming nonetheless. I'm not sure they'll have it, but fingers crossed. We're going to like quite a small Waitrose, so I'm just calling you up. What do you want the wild garlic for? And I'm like, meh. I'm not 100% sure other than pesto, to be honest, but I'll have a look into it once I finally find it. Can you not whistle?
Right, okay.
So there was no luck in Waitrose. I started my sourdough starter today. Too late. I haven't made a sourdough in ages. Like, honestly, making sourdough is really easy in my opinion, but it's really messy as well. So I think I'm not going to make sourdough today. I do think I'm going to make sourdough cinnamon rolls tomorrow. So instead I'm going to make focaccia. Never made focaccia, but let's see how this goes. I'm going to make 2 because I always feel like I might as well make 2. If I'm making 1, it's so easy for me to follow the instructions and just make 2. I think if this turns out well, I might make another 2 tomorrow evening. We'll see, because I'm going to Mike's mum's house tomorrow, so I'll take whatever one of these with us. I've actually never ever used fast action yeast. I've just never really baked bread or like baked dough other than when I started making sourdough, so this is kind of new to me. Yes, this I feel like it involves a couple of hours work today, and then it just goes in the fridge, and then tomorrow morning I can basically bake it. I'm gonna make dinner because Mike seems to have had enough of making dinner. Whilst I prep the bread for tomorrow, also going to eat this for dinner. We picked this up in Waitrose, and honestly we're not having it with anything exciting. We're going to have it with rice, which I feel like is a weird combo, but we have leftover rice that needs to be eaten, so we're going to eat that. These are ready to go to bed in the fridge, and I'm also ready to go to bed not in the fridge. And then this is my sourdough starter, and I'm going to prove it overnight. I have never ever fed my sourdough starter overnight. I'm still new to sourdough, in fairness. I'm sure lots of people are going to think this is crazy, but I like to put it not too close to the hot water bottle, but I like to have a hot water bottle. I'm a bit nervous that overnight this is going to be too hot, but we'll see. If like it doesn't work, I will just feed. I've got a tiny bit of other starter in the fridge just in case this doesn't end up working. Now we've watched Gogglebox. It's 10:30. My focaccias are in the fridge. Ignore the general mess because we had to make space. And I am gonna go to bed, maybe read, but I'll check in the morning. It really doesn't feel like a Friday. I think because obviously it's a bank holiday Friday. It just feels like a Saturday. It is just gone 9 AM. Mike's gone to parkrun. Obviously I haven't. Weirdly didn't sleep that well. I know this sounds ridiculous, but I really feel like I was like worried about my sourdough starter because I've never done it overnight. I was like, oh my gosh, is it gonna explode? Let's go check on it. I really need it to be like approaching peak, but I think it's probably past it. Oh, this is gonna be such a hassle if it has passed. Oh, that is past. It's come back down. Oh, that is annoying. I kind of thought that might happen. So I'm gonna have to basically restart that as quickly as I can. You know what? I might regret this, but I don't think I am gonna restart this because it's still floating and I'm making cinnamon buns. I'm not making bread, so I'm hoping it's still got like enough energy in there to plump up my buns. That's fine. I'm gonna instead quickly crack on with my focaccia before coming back to finish this. I'm expecting these, oh I'm expecting these to be huge, and my gosh is that enormous. I definitely need to get some better bowls, or some bigger bowls to be completely honest, because the other one is actually big enough, but this one simply just isn't. Please remember, this is my first time. Because it was in the fridge overnight, apparently I have to leave it out for 2 hours, so I'm going to do that. Just going to leave that to prove for a bit longer. I'm going to do the other one. Please excuse my kitchen. It's messy, there's like clothes everywhere, there's just things everywhere, but it's because I need to concentrate on like the baking stuff because that has to prove, and so it just makes more sense for me to kind of tidy the kitchen after everything's ready proving. Mike very kindly went to get me some milk. I think I might have to shop again, but I don't think so. How was your run?
It was okay, but my hamstring hurts a lot.
Where did you come?
There was a lot of people today.
Because one of the run clubs came, right?
Yeah. So 29.
Oh.
They're not my top 10 like normal.
My focaccia is under here doing its thing, and I'll bake that in a couple of hours. These are now going to sleep, probably for about 8 hours I think, and then basically whenever I come home I will deal with them. Honestly, I'm not sure if this is like bubbly enough. My kitchen is also very noisy, there's a lot going on. My washing machine's on, Mike's doing some washing. To clarify, Mike is doing some dishwashing. He is not the washing machine, I wish. Okay, I'm gonna take my rings off. Apparently what you do, I'm gonna do both of these at the same time. Oh, I don't know if this is right, who knows. Oh, actually, yeah, it's getting a bit bubbly. Okay, so I've heard you bubble, and then you jiggle. Bubble and jiggle. I'm adding olives now because I've soaked them in olive oil. There's also a bit of garlic in here, but I'm gonna try and push the garlic in because I don't know if I'm supposed to do garlic, it might just burn, we'll see. I've put in both actually at the same time. Stop. Which kind of means that I don't know when they're supposed to come out, but I think this one is probably done. But then the other one absolutely isn't. But I don't know if it's, the other one I don't think is very good because it's split like a loaf of bread would. I don't know, but this one looks decent. I sound crazy, but I just feel like it needs like 2 minutes upside down because it just doesn't seem crispy there. We are also going to be a bit late to Mike's mum's, but you know, what can you do? This one is out. I have to wait like 10 minutes before I can cut it, but I really want to try a piece. So I don't want to take it unless it's good. So I'm going to cut it because it's for Mike's mum. I don't think she'll mind if you kind of like cut a bit out. Babe, come try it. It's hot. It's definitely too hot to cut, but here we are.
Alright, very good. Very good. That one you said didn't come out right.
The other one didn't come out that good. It tastes good. I think I do have a little bit too much olive oil though. I'm gonna make another one for tomorrow. Shame about the one that's still in the oven. I don't think it'll taste bad. but it doesn't look that good. But this is the other one. Can you see it's got a crack down the middle? That is not great, but it's done. It is nice and crispy, but this one I'm gonna leave at home to cool. And we're going to Mike's mum's house. I'm not gonna bring you with me, I don't think. And I know Mike's mum's gonna say it's a bit greasy, and it is a bit greasy, but the recipe that I followed said you need to make sure it's got lots of olive oil. Focaccia loves olive oil, so I gave it olive oil, maybe too much. So we've just had lunch, which was very nice. We did have lamb though. I suspect my mum's making lamb tomorrow as well. We're gonna come back here, but because I want to actually wash our car here, I'm going to quickly pop to a farm shop locally because hopefully they've got the wild garlic that I'm after. Fingers crossed. No luck still. I had to explain what wild garlic is, and that's what I keep having to do. I keep having to say like, oh, it's a leaf. Like, it's not a bulb. I don't know what to do. Like, I really want it. Getting into a farm shop, and there's also what's this called? A garden centre just here. On like on a bank holiday weekend is just a mission and a half, so it'll take me ages to get back to Mike's mum. I've literally taken to like now calling places. So we are back from Mike's mum's. We were productive, we had a nice day. We washed our car. I still haven't found garlic, wild garlic. I'm gonna make sandwiches out of this focaccia. I'm gonna go for mozzarella prosciutto. Am I pronouncing that right? Prosciutto? Prosciutto. And I am gonna bake 2 more focaccias for tomorrow, because tomorrow is Easter. That's what it looks like on the inside. It's pretty good, I would say. I bought some mozzarella purposefully for this sandwich. Don't usually use a bread knife for mozzarella, but here we are. Tomatoes. I'm not gonna add any salt because it's like quite salty, and it has prosciutto, which is salty. And then on mine, I'm gonna fish out of our lettuce packet some rocket. Is there no rocket in this? Yeah, there is. Okay, I'm gonna put mayo on Mike's. I don't want mayo. This actually feels a bit criminal with the mayo, but, and there we go. And something I do basically every single time I have a sandwich as a meal is I have pickles on the side. I love a pickle, and it's just nice to have something extra. And there we go. That was quite a big sandwich, so I ate most of it, but not quite all of it. But now I think I'm gonna make my cinnamon rolls. I'm a little bit nervous. Oh yeah, that has easily doubled in size. So I'm gonna roll this out, I think. And just have a bit of laptop time. I'm really tired because essentially I've done a lot today. So I've just prepped my well, actually I've started prepping my 2 focaccias. I still have to do stretch and folds. Mike's baking a cheesecake. 1% Club is on, which Mike's gonna want to watch, but honestly I would definitely give it a pass. And my hay fever is so bad that I have such a sore throat.